Hello and welcome. It's a new edition of Weighted to Win, a trip to the south of Johannesburg. We're on the stand-side track at Turffontein, and we're looking forward to the 8 races in front of us. Just another reminder about the social media. There's so many platforms that you can engage with us, and hoping the guys can find you a few winners today. All right, so we've got 8 races. I'm having a look at the first race. We start off with a work riders race, and I see this race goes off at 12:25. It's over 1,600 meters. Favorite at the moment is Rosie Lemon at 2-1. 2 Last Wild One, who ran a cracker last time out at 22-10, and it's 15-4 and better bar those. Today I've got Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, welcome to the show. Looks to be a nice program. And what are we doing in the first race, being the first leg of the bar pot?
Brandon, there's not going to be much separating Last Wild One and Rosie Lemon. I think there was about 2.5 lengths separating them on the Namakwa Blossom form line, but then Last Wild One was jumping from a deep draw on the classic track. So numbers 2 and 4, I'm not going to split them, and then Impersonation's open to a lot of improvement.
Yeah, 2 very good work riders. Chamo Mabaya is riding number 2 Last Wild One, and the 4 Rosie Lemon is the ride of Joe Gwingwiza, so they'll be going hammer and tong that last bit, and may the best man win. All right, so we're going to have a look at those selections. So they go up onto your screen now. You can get involved. It is the first leg of the buy pot. Make sure that those bets on by 12:25. First leg of the place accumulator, and a cracking race because there's a few that are knocking hard on the door. Favorite at 2-1's number 10 Twa Kwate, 7 Kambulu's at 5-2, who really made a good debut performance. I thought that was a cracking run. And the 3 Greenback Currency ran a good race last time, and that's at 28-10. Darren's on the line. Darren, a good race on paper. I think all 3 horses must have chances. They at the top of the betting boards. Which one are we going with?
Well, I made it between Kambulu and Twa Kotre. Now, Kambulu debuted really well. He got caught flat-footed going through the 600, and then he was making up ground late, suggesting the step up in trip and the stand-side track's going to suit him. And then Twa Kotre also quickened up very late on. The blinkers go on. Stand-side track also going to suit. So I'm going 7 and 10 to fight it out, and then Greenback Currency for minor money.
Yeah, it's a good race. I tell you what, watch this horse Kambulu move down to the start. It's a beautiful looking horse, and I think last time out Twa Kwatwa was a little bit unlucky. I think the stand-side track is going to be in that one's favour. All right, so selections are up on your screen. It is the first leg of the place accumulator, and you need to be on, and the off time is 1 o'clock, and it's over 1,600 metres. Oh, this is a good race. First leg of the pick 6. Looks to be a mighty race on paper because there's 2 improvers. Tsar Bomba is your favorite at the moment at 11-10. I see the 1 Raffles has gone 2-1, and it's 15-2 and better bar those. All right, so Darren Burrows is on the line, as you would know by now. Darren, looks to be a cracking race on paper. Obviously, I called home Tsar Bomba last time out, and I thought that was mighty impressive. And then this horse, Raffles, also an eye-catching specimen. Looks to be the sort of horse that's coming to hand now.
Yes, this does look a 2-horse race, but I'm going to be in the camp of Tsar Bomba. Really impressive last time out. I know he steps up in class, but he won under armchair ride. I mean, Keegan de Mello never moved a muscle last time out, and he's open to a lot of improvement. And then Raffles taken on feature race company and takes a slight drop in class into handicap company. So 3 to beat 1.
Very good race. I remember listening to that post-race interview, and Keegan DeMello did say that Tsar Bomber gave him a lovely feel. And this horse Raffles, well, I've spoken to Mr. Magna on a number of occasions, and they really do think quite a bit of him. So it's going to be a good race. I think marginally, punters will probably be going with Tsar Bomber over here, the ride of Gavin Larena. All right, so it is the first leg of today's Pick 6. Selections are up on your screen. Jot them down. It's the bet that can change your life. Those bets need to be on by 13:35, and it's over 1,400 meters. It's the first jackpot. We really do enjoy the jackpots. If you can catch it a few times, you'll be in the box seat. I see the market at the moment as number 7, Rule by Force at 22-10. 9 Vesuvio's gone 9-2, and it's 5-1 and better bar those. Darren, what do we like over here? Another good race, Rule by Force, a very nice type. Last time out was running on strongly at the business end. Gavin Larena's been booked to ride for Joey Soma.
I do believe that Rule by Force is going to suit the stand-side track. I know he's drawn a bit deep, but he can jump a bit sluggish. He'll probably tuck in well off the pace and come with a late run. We'll know by now if Tsar Bomber's franked the form line in the race before. Dangers, without equal. Not a bad last effort, but he gets the 4 kilos off. So 54.5 on collateral form with Destiny of Souls. He's 6 kilos better off for a 3-length beating. So Destiny of Souls also a runner. I'm going 7, 2 and 6.
Just want to ask you quickly, Darren, whilst you're there, is there any space for this horse Acorn? I know he's a lovely looking horse, and I know the yard think quite a bit of him. He's been a touch disappointing, I thought, of late. But if he comes back to best, can he run a place over here?
Definitely. He's run off the likes of Cousin Casey, Prophet, Moonshining Through, Tsar Bomber. His ratings dropped 10 points in his last 2 starts. So I won't be leaving him out of anything.
All right, lovely. I think watch out for him. He could make the back end of trifectas and quartets. Selections are up on your screen. It is the first leg of the jackpot. Make sure that you're on by 2:10. It's over 1,400 meters. It's the start of Jackpot 2, and I think there's a few punters out there that'll be giving this a full go this afternoon. Just another reminder about the various social media platforms that you can engage with us. Pop us a message. There's so many different ways that you can get hold of us, and we're all about trying to find winners and improve the product at the end of the day. So please get involved and just pop us a message. All right, having a look at this upcoming race, being the start of Jackpot 2. I see number 7, African Torrent, is your 2-1 favourite. 3 5th of July is at 4-1. 6 Banner Bridge is at 4-1, and it's 9-2 and better bar those. Darren, African Torrent, well, there was a lot of late support for him in the day. I know that he came through with flying colours. They think quite a bit of him. If you catch up with that post-race interview, you'll know the yard think quite a bit of him. Is this the horse they need to beat?
Brandon, he is my second choice. Now, only because that form line, when he beat Atticus Finch and Ignatius, we've seen runners from that form line and nothing really firing, because Ignatius ran unplaced. Atticus Finch got beat at short price favourite. There's a horse called Tyrus Express in the race. Now, Brandon, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but he dropped 18 points in one run. They literally dropped him from an 84 to a 66 in one start, and he gets the 4 kilos off his back. So if a horse is ever weighted to win, it is Tyrus Express, number 8 on the card. So I'm going 8 to beat 7.
Yeah, that's interesting. Darren's picked up a very valid point over here, so perhaps watch out for Tyrus Express, and the 4 kilos off of Siandis or Sibo is going to help, so that could be some value. Darren, do you know anything about the jockey bookings over here? Because I know Cabello Matsanyane has opted to go with Banner Bridge. He did ride African Torrent last time out. I'm not sure if you've heard anything. I know you're very much in the know.
No, not this time, Brandon.
All right, that's interesting. Very interesting. I see Cabello Matsanyane has opted to go with Banner Bridge over African Torrent. Perhaps I'll try and catch up with Adam Azzi and see what happened over there. But, yep, good race. I think watch this horse, African Torrent. He's got that come-on look, and I am expecting him to go very close. So let's have a look at the selections. They are up on your screen at the moment. It's a start of Jackpot 2, and you need to be on by 14:45. Race number 6 goes off at 3:15. It is over 1,800 meters. Number 2, Bold Fortune, is your 9-2 joint favorite with number 4, Flashy Apache. 5-1 Electric Gold, that's number 7. Captain Chorus, number 8 at 6-1. And it's 8-1 in Better Bar those. Darren, what do we like over here? Bold Fortune, a horse that on her day can certainly run. Flashy Apache, I thought that was a good effort last time out. Was probably a bit unlucky as well.
Yes, I thought between numbers 2, 4, 7, 8. Now, I actually like this horse, Electric Gold. He's had the 2 comeback runs after a layoff, and he ran in the Dingons last time out from a 13 draw and only got beat 5 lengths. Now, that was a really strong race with Shoemaker and the likes of those horses. So, Electric Gold with a handy galloping weight, he could go very close. Flashy Apache will be doing good late work at the finish. Bold Fortune, she's a top filly on her day, and Captain Chorus for quartets.
3:15 is the off time, and yep, Electric Gold. They've always thought quite a bit of this horse. I remember when trained by Paul Peter, they also thought quite a bit of this individual. Now in the care of Sean Terry and the Suzette and Barcy for Lune Silks. Watch out for that one for some value. All right, selections are up on your screen at the moment. It's a good race on paper. Off time is 3:15, and it's over 1,800 meters. We go on to the penultimate. This is race number 7. And the market leader over here is number 10, Bonnaroo at 5-2. 33-10 about number 6, Silver Winter. 2, Rockets Red Glares at 15-4. And at 7-1 in Better Bar those. Darren, I've been waiting for this horse to come back in trip, Bonnaroo. I remember calling her at the Vol when she was a bit sluggish into stride, moved up and just stopped that last bit. And then they tried over a bit further last time out. And I'm not convinced she really soared out. Is this horse they all need to beat today?
2-horse race for me, Brandon. Bonnaroo and Rockets Red Glare. Now, Bonnaroo, she is unbeaten course and distance. She's had the 2 comeback runs after a lengthy break. And I think she's going to run a massive race. But Rockets Red Glare, now, if you look at her maiden, her debut performance, she won over course and distance by 8 lengths. She hasn't been back at this course and distance since then, but her rating's now down from a 97 to a 85, and she gets the 4 kilos off her back. So I think we're going to see a return to form from this filly.
I just want to ask you, I know we've all got preferences. You're a form studier. Where do you prefer to be drawn down the straight at Turffontein?
Middle outside, always. And then just touching on one more horse, Brandon. The owner, Piet Bunzaya of Silver Winter, he said she'll run a massive race.
Yeah, Piet Bunzaya. He'll be, I'm sure, at the course. He loves his racing and hoping that Silver Winter can run a cracker for him and the family. All right, we're going to dive into selections. It is the penultimate today. Race number 7 goes off at 15:45 and it's over 1160 meters. The lucky last. And I tell you, there's so much value over here. So if you like something, they're all at big prices. I haven't seen something like this for quite some time. It's 8-1 the field. Number 9, Feather the Nest at 8-1. It's 9-1 number 5, Looking Hot. 9-1 number 8, Cocoa Hill. And 9-1 number 10, Twice as Wild. You can get 11-1 and better bar those. Whew. I don't like the look of this particular race, and that's why we've got Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, I don't think this is going to be easy to tip something outright. It does look to be super competitive.
Very competitive. You know, in the exotics, I went field just to be safe, but the viewers want winners. And what I came up with was a horse called Red Carpet Girl. Now, I had a look at her course and distance form. She's only had the one run for one win over the 1160 at Turffontein. So I think off her current rating back to a 62 of the same winning mark, I think she's a massive runner. And then Feather the Nest for second.
I just want to get your input on Run for Isla. I know there's been one or two hard luck stories with Run for Isla. Does this one have some sort of a chance?
Definitely, Brandon. On her penultimate start of a 1200, she got beat a length and a half by Dancing Dora, and we know what she's done since then.
Yeah, I think you can make a case and a statement for so many. Even Letitia's Angel, who's right towards the bottom of the end of the terms of betting. I see you can get 14-15-1 about Letitia's Angel. So a very open race. I tell you what, if you catch this quartet, it'll pay absolute rockets. It's all about structure at the end of the day. Let's go and have a look at these selections. Let's see what the guys are doing. Last race, you can get 8-1 the field. 16-20 is the off time, and it's over 1160 meters.